Have you ever wondered why nearly every major sporting event is covered in colorful bottles of sports drinks? Professional athletes drink them. Olympic champions endorse them. Kids bring them to soccer practice. Parents pack them into lunchboxes. Gyms sell them by the cooler. The marketing sends one powerful message: if you're active, you need this. But what if one of the biggest health marketing campaigns in history has convinced millions of people to drink something they don't actually need? Today, sports drinks generate billions of dollars every year. They're advertised as products that improve hydration, replace electrolytes, boost performance, and help athletes recover faster. For elite athletes competing in long, high-intensity events, there is scientific evidence that certain sports drinks can play a role in hydration and energy replacement under specific conditions. But here's the question almost nobody asks. If you're not running a marathon, if you're not cycling for 3 hours, if you're just going to the gym for 45 minutes, do you actually need one? Or have millions of us been sold a product that's solving a problem we don't have? Today on Mouth Secrets, we're investigating the billion-dollar sports drink industry, what the science actually says, how these beverages affect your teeth, and why many dentists and health professionals are becoming increasingly concerned about how they're marketed. By the end of this video, you may never look at that brightly colored bottle the same way again. If you enjoy uncovering the hidden truths behind products you use every day, subscribe to Mouth Secrets. Every week, we investigate the biggest myths, controversies, and marketing claims in oral health using evidence, not hype. Because this story doesn't start on a football field. It starts in a laboratory. The rise of a billion-dollar industry. The first commercially successful sports drink wasn't created because someone wanted another soft drink. It was developed to solve a very specific problem. Athletes exercising for long periods in hot environments lose water, sodium, and carbohydrates. Researchers wanted to create a beverage that could help replace those losses during prolonged, intense physical activity. The concept was scientifically reasonable. Under the right conditions, replacing fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates can help maintain athletic performance. That's where the science ended, and where the marketing began. Over the next several decades, sports drinks evolved from niche athletic products into household staples. Companies signed endorsement deals with superstar athletes. Professional teams stocked locker rooms with branded coolers. Commercials featured sweat, determination, championships, and victory. The message slowly changed. Instead of saying these drinks were designed for endurance athletes, advertisements began implying they were appropriate for nearly everyone. Kids playing baseball, weekend golfers, people mowing the lawn, office workers after the gym, even children spending an hour at soccer practice. Suddenly, hydration had a color. It had a logo, and it came with millions of dollars in advertising. According to industry estimates, the global sports drink market is worth billions of dollars annually and continues to grow. That growth isn't being driven by marathon runners, it's being driven by everyday consumers, and that's exactly what makes this story so interesting. Because if the average person isn't exercising long enough to require additional carbohydrates or electrolyte replacement, why are so many people drinking them every day? The answer may have more to do with marketing than medicine. What the science actually says. Let's separate fact from fiction. Sports drinks aren't inherently bad. In fact, under the right circumstances, they can be useful. Organizations such as the American College of Sports Medicine recognize that athletes participating in prolonged, vigorous exercise, especially lasting longer than about an hour, may benefit from beverages containing carbohydrates and electrolytes to help maintain performance and replace losses. But that's only part of the story. For the average healthy person completing a typical workout lasting 30 to 60 minutes, plain water is often sufficient for hydration. That's not an opinion. It's supported by sports nutrition guidance and evidence reviewed by health organizations. Yet, many consumers have been led to believe that every workout requires a sports drink. That's where perception begins to drift away from science. Now let's talk about your mouth. This is where the conversation changes dramatically. Many sports drinks contain significant amounts of sugar. Even sugar-free versions can contain acids that lower the pH inside your mouth. When the pH drops below a critical level, enamel begins to lose minerals through a process called demineralization. According to research published in the Journal of the American Dental Association, repeated exposure to acidic beverages increases the risk of dental erosion, especially when consumption is frequent throughout the day. Unlike a cavity, erosion isn't caused by bacteria alone. The acid itself gradually softens and dissolves the outer surface of your teeth. And once enamel is gone, your body doesn't grow it back. That's why dentists often become concerned not only about what patients drink, but how they drink it. Sipping acidic beverages over long periods repeatedly exposes teeth to acid, extending the amount of time enamel remains vulnerable. One bottle consumed slowly during an afternoon can expose teeth far longer than many people realize. The marketing focuses on hydration. Dentists see something else: acid exposure, sugar exposure, and increasing tooth wear. If you're enjoying this investigation, subscribe to Mouth Secrets. We take everyday products, viral health trends, and dental myths and compare them with what the scientific evidence actually says. Because the next part of this story may surprise you even more. The marketing machine. Walk into almost any grocery store. Notice where sports drinks are placed. Near bottled water, near healthier beverage options, sometimes next to protein drinks. Packaging matters. Bright colors suggest energy. Words like electrolytes, performance, and hydration create a health halo that can make consumers overlook the sugar or acidity listed on the nutrition label. Psychologists have long recognized that branding influences purchasing decisions. When a product is associated with elite athletes, consumers often assume the product itself contributes directly to athletic success. But elite athletes also train for hours each day. Many have individualized nutrition plans. They often use sports drinks under conditions that are very different from everyday life. That distinction frequently disappears in advertising. The result? Millions of consumers purchase sports drinks because they identify with the image, not necessarily because they need the product. Children represent another important part of this conversation. Many youth sports involve frequent breaks, shorter periods of activity, and access to water. Yet sports drinks are commonly marketed to youth athletics. Health experts have repeatedly encouraged parents to evaluate whether children actually need these beverages or whether water would be a better choice in many situations. The goal isn't to eliminate sports drinks entirely, it's to understand when they're appropriate. Marketing rarely emphasizes that difference. Science does. The dental consequences. Dentists often notice patterns before the public does. Patients who regularly consume acidic beverages may develop smooth, shiny enamel loss. Front teeth become thinner. Edges become translucent. Sensitivity increases. Small changes accumulate over the years. The damage isn't always painful at first. That's part of the danger. By the time noticeable wear appears, significant enamel may already be gone. Research published in JADA has consistently highlighted the relationship between acidic beverages and dental erosion. Frequency matters, duration matters, overall dietary habits matter. No single beverage automatically ruins your teeth, but repeated exposure over months and years increases risk. If you enjoy sports drinks during long endurance events, consider drinking them during activity rather than sipping them throughout the day. Rinse with water afterward. Avoid brushing immediately after consuming acidic beverages, since softened enamel may be more susceptible to abrasion. Simple habits can make a meaningful difference. So, is the billion-dollar lie that sports drinks never work? No, the science doesn't support that conclusion. The bigger misconception is that everyone needs them. For many consumers, sports drinks solve a problem they simply don't have. They're valuable tools for certain athletes under specific conditions. They're not magical performance enhancers. And they certainly aren't a replacement for good nutrition or proper hydration. That's an important distinction. Marketing often speaks to our aspirations. Science speaks to our physiology. The two aren't always the same. If today's investigation changed the way you think about sports drinks, subscribe to Mouth Secrets. Every episode is built around one mission, helping you separate evidence from advertising so you can make smarter decisions about your oral health. Now, we want to hear from you. Did you grow up believing sports drinks were healthier than soda? Do you drink them regularly after workouts? Or has today's investigation changed your perspective? Let us know in the comments below. And if there's another dental myth, viral product, or billion-dollar industry you'd like us to investigate next, tell us there too. Because sometimes the biggest secrets in dentistry aren't hidden in your teeth. They're hiding on the grocery store shelf.